Hello and good day. So here we are looking at the back of a PET 2001-16N. We looked at this before, not exactly in this way, but I did tidy this up with a magic eraser. And you see this, it says, shock hazard, do not open. It even says it in French. And for a long time, very long time, I've heeded this warning. But this is the machine where the monitor, it's not broken. It's not really wonky. It just has a, how would I put it? A tendency to turn off. And, but it's not really off. It's just lost its signal. So it does seem it's something maybe to do with the wire. Now I don't know what's on the other end upstairs here because it's now been, about 40 years, and I have never ventured inside one of the PET monitors before. But I do want to have a look. Now, one other thing, just while we're here. If you get a PET, and you turn it on and you get nothing on the screen, there is one thing you should immediately look for through the louvers in the back of the monitor. I'm going to turn this on, and hopefully we can see what it is that I speak of. And at this moment I don't know if everything is showing up on the screen or not. But one thing to look for, and I think maybe, possibly, you can see it. Yes, I think right about here. If the monitor is, in fact, has a chance of working, and if it is getting power, you should see a gentle, warm, orange glow through here at the back of the cathode, let me say it again, CRT, cathode ray tube. Cathode? Anyway, so that is important. Now, remember, why have I not opened up monitors, really? Well, there's a lot of voltage in here. They scare me. So, I'm going to turn this off, and it's gonna not have power to it. So I am undoing a screw. It's just a little screw. It's got a Phillips head. There's another one. Now, according to my calculations, if I just give this a tug, it will gently come off. And so it seems it did. So, now, there it is. The insides. Now, I'm pretty sure that anything to do with high voltage is probably around over here, around the flyback transformer. There may be other things. This, of course, is the brightness control. Now, what I'm really looking for is the wires that come up from below. And I believe that's them. So I am going to be brave, and I'm going to turn this on. And I'm rolling down. Okay, it's on, and nothing is lit up. The thing that kind of tweaks me a little, or irks me, is that it's just not consistent what it's doing. It used to be that. Oh, it's still not on. Well, it's on. I mean, you can see now. It's lit up. And I think, excuse my head there, I think that's the bundle of things that I want. Well, I'm going to turn that off for a moment. And I'm going to, with great care and reverence, put my hand in here. Oh, well, look at that. The board is a little unsecured. Huh. Look at that. So right there, that should be attached somehow. It is not. Anyway, I just wanted to tweak that connector for a moment, which I have done. Now I'm turning it back on. Oh, and now the screen is working. See, I had an idea that perhaps, maybe, somewhat, possibly, the if there was a connector upstairs here, that it might have something to do with this seeming to be perhaps kind of short circuit thing. Oh, by the way, this of course is brightness control. Not a bad thing. Best that you don't take the back off to do this, but best that you just take, there is a slotted part there. Take a little screwdriver to adjust. Sometimes they do stick out far enough for you to tweak them with your fingers, and you can do that. I have typically used a screwdriver. Now, I'm going to look back towards the front. It is still lit up. So that is a good sign. I'm not sure why the board is not exactly secure. I suppose perhaps because after years and years the screw fell out. But I guess it didn't fall inside. Now, the other thing about this thing, and I'm not going to do anything about it right now, is I did note that perhaps the screen display is a little tilted. And from what I know of these things, there is, I think you can see it, up, I'm not going to put my screwdriver in there, but up there, there are these white rings, etc. And I think there's a way to take and sort of tweak, notice I'm not touching, tweak that a little bit so that that should straighten out the screen problem. I'm just looking to see, it doesn't, yeah, the monitor looks like it's fine and dandy and mounted in there just fine. So, I'm going to carefully, oh, if you notice, you can see better, the CRT cathode ray tube is lit up. I'm going to turn this off because I'm about to take this big hunk of metal, which is the back, and slide it up into position. That is the plan. Where I can refasten it. That is the plan. That's one. It's not quite tight. There's two. I'm not nervous around the monitor. nice and snug. And now I'm going to turn this back on, and I see that indeed the screen is still up and running. So I'm going to try and do something here that I have not done much before of, and that is, because I think I have a program that will do it, I'm going to try and do a little editing. So I'm going to stop recording and show you the front of the machine. Hello, so we're back. So I have indeed delved into the monitor of this Commodore PET 2001-16-N, I think was the model I read on the back. And I did tweak the connector. I'm going to turn it on and see. Aha, look at that. And the screen, it comes alive. It does. But still, I'm noting, now I didn't do anything to tweak the monitor, but I do note a little thing. That the screen is not exactly perfectly, gloriously straight. I can show you what I mean. I'm going to put PET CBM 2001 root semicolon colon go to 10. So what this line does, line 10, is it prints PET CBM 2001 with a space and a semicolon and a colon, and it will go back and do it over and 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 over. And if it's funny, sometimes these things don't go well, but sometimes if the length of things is just so, it can look pretty cool. And now I'm going to run. Yes. So, just by chance, and I will press the off reverse. I'm not sure if you can see that or not, but the letters appear to run up the side of the screen, run along the bottom of the screen, run down the side of the screen, because just by chance I got a good length of what I put in there. And I'm not sure if you can see it exactly, but I can, and I do note that just going to steal that the space from here to here is just a little less than the space from here to here. So the monitor is still a little off kilter. But keeping in mind that there are thousands of volts, and it's funny, one fellow wrote, he suggested rubber gloves from the kitchen. That's not a bad idea. I'm going to do a little research. I know there's a way to gently turn something to properly line that up. I know there is. I just don't remember exactly what it is. So, you know what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to pause this and see about getting you a closer view of the screen. So, here we are, looking closer at the screen with our little program, the PET Print CBM 2001 running along. You may be able to see the slight variation in the screen now. I am not sure. I'm going to stop this program because maybe with it not running it will be easier to see the slight, it might even just be like 1 degree. But while we're here, let's list this program. That's all there is to it. And you can just have it go on and on and on forever. we can. I'm just going to try and tap the screen here. Oh, look at that. Yes. I am shooting on an iPad, and I was finding that the screen looked a little on the bright side. So I just tapped the iPad to encourage it to focus better on the screen, and indeed I think it did do good things in terms of the brightness as well. So, you have seen me open with great trepidation the back of a Commodore PET. I did not get zapped, and I didn't get too startled when the back of the case fell off. And from what I can tell, see, before, I'm just tapping the side of the monitor. When I did that before, things were happening, and usually the display would sort of shudder and shake and go away. I think just by tweaking that connector, and remember there are, what do we call it? Not scunge, but microscopic dirt and corrosion can affect all of these, low voltage, except in the monitor, signal connections. They can. So I would like to think that just tweaking that connector has corrected what I thought might be a cold solder joint on the circuit board. Do I know that for sure? No, not at all. But it is possible. So I'm going to reach in here, stop the program, list the program. There it is. That's it. That's all. You could do all kinds of things with this. Like, I don't know how many times it did that. I don't know how long it was running. We could add all kinds of things in, but it really doesn't make much difference at this time. I have done what I set out to do. So, I should now be able to better test this little machine and see what's what with it. I'm hoping. And yes, at some point I might, rubber gloves ready, tweak the monitor just a little wee bit to straighten it. But until then, that is another story. That is another episode. Thank you for being here. Bye for now.